Yes, today we're going to be talking about how to corner fast. Blake Sampson, can you help us with that?
Yes, I can.
Right, it's the
Dirt Shed Show.
Yes, welcome to the Dirt Shed Show with chain reactions, cycles. You are very welcome, as are you, Blake Sampson.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And I shaved my head. I shaved my head, man.
Yes, you have, and I tell you what, it feels fantastic.
Feels
how are you, and what have you been up to?
Very well, thanks. I had festive season.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
Enjoyed that.
Lots of fun with Charlie Sampson.
Yes, my
itty bitty man.
Yeah, first Christmas with the little dude.
Brilliant.
And we had a lot of fun. I've been out. I've been adventuring in
yeah,
Wales.
I heard you've been out in the peaks of Snowdonia in cold Wales with your bro Ray.
Yeah.
Camping and climbing up mountains. I can't wait to see that video.
It's going to be an exciting one.
Looking forward to that. Right, today we are talking about all the usual stuff. We will have hacks and bodges. We'll have the bike vault. We've got some great news. We've got all sorts going on, but what we really want to look into is how to corner fast.
Ooh, yes.
Because Blake, I've been seeing you progress over the last few years from a free riding, dirt jumping skill rider into this guy who's like starting to hit some trails and do some races.
Yeah.
So I was thinking we'd go out on the trail and we talk about how to go around corners quick. What do you reckon?
Please. There's two men in the woods ready for it.
Right, over to two numpties who think they know what they're talking about. Right, so we're out on the trail. Blake has found one of his favourite corners and we're going to look at some ways to make him get through this corner that he knows well quicker. Because I think I've got some tips for you.
I hope so.
So I'm going to time Blake going through this corner the normal way, okay, how you do it normally, and we're going to get a baseline speed, and then we're going to see if we can improve the exit speed, because that's the important bit. It's hard to teach you how to do every corner better because they're all different, but we're going to look at this one, break it down, find some new ways, and see if we can get this big chunk of meat around this corner a little bit faster.
Should I get my booty up there then?
Go on, mate, get up there, I'll time you. Right, I can hear Blake coming. I'm getting ready. I'm going to get a baseline time for this corner on his favourite line. Come on. Get this baseline speed. Start the clock. Right. 4.36 seconds. That's what we've got to get better than.
How was that?
It was good, 4.36 seconds.
Ooh, that's good.
But I noticed you was changing gear as you came out.
Yeah, I was pedalling out, hey?
So that's something we could do before the corner. You could come in the right gear.
Yeah.
So you're prepared. It's one less thing to do and think about.
Yeah.
And let's try a different line in. Maybe go were you on the middle then?
I was in the middle. There's 3 lines in. I went in the middle one. It's a bit rough.
What about we try the outside line?
Well, the outside line, yeah.
And you don't change gear. You come in the gear you want to exit in.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that way up the hill.
Right.
All
Not
right.
the Sam Hill inside line.
4.36 to beat.
Right.
Come on, Blake. He's in the right gear. Look, start the clock. Looks quicker. Definitely quicker. Woo! Only just. It was quicker.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I reckon because it was a different line,
Yeah.
and I was on the brakes a little bit, I reckon if I lay off the brakes.
Off the brakes, in the right gear.
Yeah.
Because you looked much smoother through the corner. It looked like you had more.
I felt the apex of
And
the
we've
corner.
only knocked 0.3 off at the moment.
0.3.
No, 0.03 off. It's not enough.
Watch this then.
We can do that. No! So you took the tight line then?
I took the inside line, Sam Hill line, like totally right that corner.
Yeah, but you're not on the optimum line in the berm. You've got to be on that outside line for sure.
I felt like I squared the berm off.
Yeah, come on, let's do it. Wide line, right gear, no brakes.
No brakes.
Come on. Oh, the brakes are off. Whoa! Yes! Look at that. Yeah! 3.85, under 4 seconds. That means we've taken half a second off. Half a second!
Is that quicker?
We've saved half a second in this corner.
I reckon I could go quicker.
If you took off half a second on every corner on a trail,
Oh, I'll be up.
you're winning World Cups, mate.
Should we enter one?
See, now that's what we've done, right? We've found the optimum line in the corner. That's critical. We found the right line in, and we've set up the gear before he come into the corner, which meant he's got less to do as he comes out, and he could get a real good pump off of that bump there. So he's come through. That's 4 things we've done. Obviously, you had a nice high outside pedal, so loads of grip, no pedal strike, whack! Half a second. That's how you go around corners fast. That was pretty cool. We had fun.
Fast and fun.
We had a lot of fun, and you did well.
There were some hairy moments. There were some hairy moments.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was going to slide out.
Right, that's how you corner fast. If you've got any suggestions yourself, then put it in the comment section down below. People watching and reading would love to know, and you might know more than us. That is possible. But for now, should we have a look at some news?
Yes.
Right. Okay, time for the news just in. Have you seen Christopher Walken being used to announce the new YT Jeffsy?
Yes, that new bike.
That is cool, isn't it?
Looks good.
The bike looks great. Jeffsy, lots of options, 29, 27.5, all sorts of travel options. Very cool bike. Great linkage on it. But, I mean, Christopher Walken.
I know, you're crazy.
That's amazing, isn't it?
How did they get that?
I don't know how they've done it, but it's very, it was a very stylishly shot video. I mean, there must have been a pretty nervous director, Christopher Walken, walking on set. But amazingly, the old bike looks good in it. The bike does look good.
Made up for it.
Pretty cool. Good bit of news, that. Obviously, silly season is going on. There's lots happening, people moving all over the place. We've got a video coming, I think it'll be tomorrow, or maybe the day after, all about who's gone where and who left what and what got dropped. But there's lots going on. Trek have just announced a new team. The Athertons have jumped ship from Trek. We don't know who they're going to at this moment, but you probably do now while you're watching this. It's all very weird. It's silly season. It's all happening. But something that did happen in silly season is the Cannondale announced a new rider.
Oh, yes. Josh Bryson has moved from Santa Cruz. He's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Now he's introducing the Cannondale Sessions.
Yes, very cool.
The number of riders.
Yeah, it's got some great riders now. It's got Max Naruk on it, who's an amazing rider, discovered by those guys. It's got Sam Hockenhull on there, and who else have they got? Sam Cafano.
Hockenhull, Dave.
Yes, Dave, yeah. Got some real youngsters on there. They've got van sponsorship. It's a new style of team. It's got a very skate feel to it. Yeah, that kind of like real like flowy vibe to it. Very Josh Bryson actually. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to see some amazing stuff coming out of that camp. They're going to be riding those bikes and hopefully making Cannondale look very cool.
Oh, making us some epic videos. And talk about epic videos.
Yeah. Kurt
Voorhees. He's probably becoming one of our favourite riders.
Yeah, well, he's been one of my favourite riders for years. When I used to be professional back in the 90s, he was one of the top riders. He's incredible.
He's getting better with age.
He's still doing rad stuff. He's riding these weird recumbent bikes.
That's crazy.
And just when he rides a normal bike, it's always brilliant, but he's got incredible skateboard skills, which somehow he transfers over onto his mountain bike. He's got a little bit of bravery to try some things that are, you know, shin-tastic, I like to think.
It must take a few takes to get through.
But he's a great rider, and this video just goes to show that he's still got it, and he's doing great stuff. It's great to see him riding. Now to some bad news. Actually, I'm not into telling you about this, but I've got to. Anne-Caroline Chausson has announced that she is been suffering from cancer for a second time. In 2015, she went down with that and had to battle back. She's doing so again. She's had surgery in November. She just announced all this on her social media. She's now undergoing chemotherapies of different kinds. She's going to have a few months of that, but hopefully, of course, she's got our best wishes from everyone here at GMBN and everyone in mountain biking. Peace and love to you, Anne-Caro, and hopefully see you back fighting fit very soon. But yeah, not great news, that. Lastly, just want to point to this really great interview I saw. It was over on Pink Bike. Links in the description down below. Great interview from Steve P. Talking all about what it's been like since he retired. A lot about his career, actually, as well. Lots of talk about what happened in his career. Really interesting story. Fantastic legend of the sport, obviously. But a great little interview. Thought I'd throw you to it. It's definitely something worth spending 5 minutes on. Really enjoyed that. Right, let's get on with the show. Okay, enough news from this week. What I want to do now is do a bit of a quiz, Blake.
Oh, I like quizzes.
And I quite like the topic of cornering.
Okay.
Right? Now, you know you like motorbikes.
I love motorbikes.
I've got a motorcycle cornering question for you.
Okay.
But I think we'll all enjoy it. I think we'll all enjoy it. Right. Now, the Waterfall is a very famous corner on the Saxon Ring in Germany with MotoGP, right? There's lots of lefts and then there's this right-hand corner. So you come into it with a cold right-hand side of your tyre. It's very difficult. Cornering, as we've seen today, is very technical, right? How fast do MotoGP bikes go round that corner? Is it A, 151 kilometers per hour?
51 kilometers an hour, yeah.
B, 429 kilometers per hour? Or is it C, 300 kilometers per hour? Think about that a moment, Blake. And while you're doing that, let's have a look at some people who don't make it around corners. It's fails and bails. Oh my God!
There's some horrible crashes in that. I haven't seen fails and bails in a while. Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't believe we get so many each week.
Every time.
What are you guys doing? You're nuts.
The file is always full.
Right, before the fails and bails break, I gave you a question about MotoGP bikes going around Saxon Ring, Waterfall Corner.
Yeah.
A, 151 miles per hour. B, 429 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
Sorry. Or C, 300 kilometers per hour.
C, 300 kilometers an hour.
What did you think? It was C.
Yes.
Right? Can you imagine that?
That's nearly 100 mile an hour on a cold side of tyre.
Yeah.
That's
it's crazy. So if you think you're going around your corners on the downhill trail at the moment fast, you're not. You need to try harder.
Yeah, warm those tyres up.
Exit speed. Come on, pick it up. Exit bunches.
That's super nice, pal.
Super nice, but yeah, I just like it, and it's got chain reaction cycles on it because this is Hacks and Bodges with chain reaction cycles. Your chance to win £100.
£100 to spend at your will.
If you had £100 in chain reaction cycles right now, what would you spend it on?
Well, it's winter, and I'll go some nice warm stuff, like a jacket.
Yeah, good.
Or some socks.
Good idea. Right, I'm going to give you our first hack or bodge this week. Is this one. Looks simple. It's from James. There you go. Look at that, right? Okay, so you know when you take your front wheel out to get your bike in the car, and you've got that oily axle, and it gets blooming oil everywhere, but you want to keep the oil on it because you want it to stay oiled, greased. Look what James has done, right? He's got one of those little bit of piping, you know that piping you can buy in PVC piping, exactly that stuff, 20 pence that cost him.
20 pence?
Now he puts it on his axle and he puts it in the car, it saves his car from lots of oil and it keeps the grease on the axle.
I'm going to put
20 pence.
20 pence. I might start oiling my axle now.
You should be doing that.
Mine's really dry.
Should be doing that. That is quite a good hack or bodge.
That's a good
What would you say that is, Tom? A hack or a bodge? That's a... It's simple. Right, do you want me to raise the ante?
Yeah.
Well done, James. Check this out. Got a bit of video with this one. This is from Ollie. Look at this bike stand. Man after your own heart.
Work stand. Yeah, look at that.
But it collapses down.
He can about making
He can
one
collapse that down. Well, look at it on the video here. Look at him.
Wow,
Look.
yeah, look at that.
Look, he's put the timer on it. He's doing it in less than a minute.
Wow.
He made that out of wood. That's brilliant, isn't it?
That is brilliant.
I'm giving you the bell because you're deciding who wins this £100. So
that's really
we've got James and Ollie now. I think Ollie's in the running.
I think Ollie's in the running.
Well,
I think James
there you go. Might not be in the running.
Might not be.
Right, and now moving on to our final one this week. Now the name I've got for it is Deflated. which I don't know if that's actually their name. Now, I've just got to remember, this is Deflated's daughter's bike. He drags her along down the trail. Look at this bit of video. She is having an amazing time. Look at her face!
She's loving it. Back biking.
That is sick. Man, I would love a big version of that.
Imagine that you going down the trail. I'm you there.
Faster, Blake! Okay!
We need an e-bike for that.
That is so
That's a
cool.
lifty.
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's
a great. Right, so you've really got a serious job on your hands here, Blake. You've got Deflated with his brilliant bodged pull-along bike that he takes his daughter out on the trails in, I believe he is in Colorado.
Somewhere really cold.
Or you've got Ollie in Ayrshire with his
with that
the fold-away bike. Or you could give it to James for his 20p piece of bike. Sorry, James. So who are you giving it to? It's between Ollie and James. Ring that bell for the winner, Blake.
Well,
who's getting £100? Who's getting it? Ollie!
Ollie wins.
Oh,
because I don't. That's priceless. You can't buy that, but you can buy one of them.
Yeah, and this guy looks like he's already got what he needs.
He's really got what he's
taking down through the trails. Brilliant.
Well done, Ollie.
Well, Ollie, you have won £100 voucher for Chain Reaction Cycles. Congratulations. That is awesome. That is awesome. If you would like to put your hack or bodge into us, so you can maybe win that money, then send it into our uploader. The link is in the description down below. And you can put all of your Bike Vault pictures in there. You can give us viewer edits. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anything you want to do, you can dump it into our uploader, and we will discover it. Brilliant, great stuff. Should we keep going with the show?
Yes, please.
Let's move on. Next, we've got the Caption Contest. Right, here's last week's photo. Do you remember this shot from the Christmas special?
Yeah.
Look at Rob Warner. What is he doing?
It's crazy.
That guy, he's a nightmare.
He destroyed that
Tom
place.
had to direct that day. It was not easy.
His voice was not heard.
No, right.
At times.
Here's some captions for that photo. Right, we've got Kieran Potts. Martyn isn't smiling because he's seen it all before and knows how it ends. See me in the background. Look how I'm like.
You look
God.
I think that was too much prosecco.
God. Yeah, I know, man. Crazy.
Too much bubbly.
And you know what? I have seen it all with Rob Warner.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I could tell you stories, make your hair curl.
Cool.
Even at that length. Honestly.
Really?
Yes. Right. Next one is from El Paco. It is contest. Martyn was not the shot of Knob Creek I ordered. I don't really get that.
I don't get that.
I don't really get that one.
Nor does Grundy.
No, Grundy doesn't.
Knob Creek is like a famous. Some sort of
Is it?
drink,
Is it? Hey Tom,
it's
just
whiskey,
chuck me
isn't it?
that GMBM water bottle, which we've forgotten to tell the viewers. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
He did that as a golf shot. It was incredible.
That was a good chip.
That would have been the best bit of video ever. It went over the mics.
Went over Michael.
So yes, of course, this is Hacks and Bodges, and it's your chance to win this water bowl, this very one here, which is now famous.
Yeah.
Right, El Paco, I'm scrubbing your one because that was rubbish.
Knob Creek.
That was rubbish. Right, next one is from Rory Semple. He says, "Don't ask what tap the drink is coming from." That's good.
Oh, that is
because it
actually
might have been from his, I'll fill you up a pint, mate.
Yeah. Oh no,
Pot of piss. No way. And last one, Peter Allen. What kind of nuts do you have, barman?
Doddy. Probably hairy.
No, but Rob's got his nuts out,
he
hasn't he?
has, yeah.
Oh, come on, mate, keep up.
Sorry.
What one are you going with?
I'm going with the first one.
The first one.
I like
which
the first
was,
one.
Martyn isn't smiling because he's seen it all before and knows how it ends.
Yeah.
Yes, right. That is Kieran Knotts. This is your GMB Water. It's on your way to you, Tom.
Whoa! What? He rebounded it.
Sorry. I didn't expect it to happen.
Yes, you did.
Have you subscribed to GMBN yet, Blake?
I have indeed.
Well, that's good.
3 years now.
That's 3 years you have. And have you found it to be rewarding?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Did you know we had more than 1 million subscribers?
Oh, I do now.
Yes, it's fantastic, isn't it? But we want more. We want more people to join the crew.
Yeah, we want more in the club.
If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the old subscribe button before you leave. And join the party, which is great. Right, talking about the comments on the Dirt Shed show from last week.
There must be a few.
This one's really good. I've got one from Tyler Marnie, okay, right? He's 6'8". So he's
6'8".
4
nearly 7.
feet taller than you.
That's nearly double me.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
That's about right, Tom, isn't it? Your maths is unbelievable. Okay, right, so he's 6'8".
I said nearly.
And he is asking us, right? It's a serious question, actually, so I shouldn't mess around, right? Okay. He's 6'8", and he's saying, like, he wants to get into mountain biking. He's tried a bike that was just a hand-me-down. Obviously, it was too small because he's 6'8". I mean, he's taller than a tall person on a mountain
taller than
bike.
Dottie.
Okay. So he wants some opinions from you guys out there. What bike he should go with. He wants a hardtail for someone of that size. Is there anyone out there who's got that experience? I'm going to say, right, if you've got a bit of budget to spend, something like a Nikolai, where you could just go to him and say,
Build
6'8", or what do you think? I mean, it's difficult, isn't it, when you're that size?
Yeah, DMR bikes, they have a really long one.
Do
the
they?
Trail Star, that's quite a big bike.
Yeah.
It's got a big hardtail.
Okay, so the DMR, but do you know a bike out there, or are you a really tall rider and know the solution to Tyler's problem? Okay, put hey Tyler in the comments down below and tell him what bike he should get, because I thought it was a really difficult question. I didn't know the answer. Nikolai could definitely do it, but it probably wouldn't be cheap. Maybe. Right, next up, we've got some comments on your Blake versus Neil video. How was that?
That was fun.
How was that to film?
That was really fun. We just, we did it in a small bit of trail, and we just had as much as. It was super challenging.
Yeah. You cased pretty hard.
I cased pretty
Wow.
hard.
Should we have a little look at that?
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
Woo!
That was far.
Woohoo!
That was a hell of a hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, but it was a pretty hard case, dude. Pretty hard case.
Sorry, yeah.
Thank God you can corner fast.
Yes.
That was a pretty big stack, but great video. Really liked it. And we've got this comment from Rafael Paredes, who says, I love these challenges between the two of you. I'd like to see Neil jumping, though.
Yeah, Neil doesn't really get off the ground much, does he?
Well, wow, see, this is where I was going to go with this. Like, Blake should have a jumping session with Neil, like tow him in to higher and bigger jumps.
Yeah.
That would make good content. It definitely would, right? But back in the day, right, roll it back 100 years, right, before you was born, Neil Donahue was known for his jumping.
He was.
The dude is sick at jumping, but he's forgotten how to do it.
Because he hasn't done it for
He just doesn't do it, but we should get him out jumping because he has got amazing style.
He has got some sick
That's
style.
literally what everyone was like, have you seen Neil on dirt jumps?
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, sir. That's how he used to say it. Yeah. He's totally sir. Like that. It's incredible. We got to get him out jumping.
We have to.
Yes. Raphael, we're going to do that.
In
Can
the
you
summer.
do that?
In the summer, yeah.
GMBN manual mistakes.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now, I think that was with someone behind the camera.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to manual.
He does. He rides good, doesn't he?
He does.
Too good. The old creators behind the camera, they shouldn't be as good as they are.
Yeah.
It's not on. They should be bad. Because if you put me behind the camera, that would be bad. See? It's not fair.
Get it. Yep.
It's not fair. Winter bike packing in Snowdonia with Bing Bong himself.
So
and what's Ray called?
that's Sunday.
Bing Bong, Ding Dong,
And Ray.
Ray. Ray. That is very Ray, though, isn't it? It's like Ray. Yeah, Ray.
I would
Flip,
say his nickname.
Flip. Dead straight.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
I'll land there.
Yeah.
Right there.
He's good.
Yeah, he's very good. Yes, so there's some great videos coming up on GMBN this week, so don't miss them. Especially that one from Snowdonia. It should be great. Right, here we go. Into the
orange
bike vault.
forks.
Nice.
Is that orange juice in his water bottle?
Probably. Yeah, this is Chris's custom Swerk Stumpy in Cardona Bike Park. Very nice. What are you giving that, Blake? It's nice shot. Nice. Come on, you're going to set the bar now. Whatever you choose, I'm letting you do it. There's the bell. You can ring it.
That's super nice. Yeah, it's not. I like the stealth look of the bike.
Super nice. Whoa.
What the hell is that?
No, that is Sergey's Project 24 full carbon.
Wow,
Super
look at
light,
that.
super
I thought it was a road bike.
stiff XE weapon.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
It looks like, if you put drops on it, it looks like a road bike.
I absolutely love that bike. I'm a super nice dude.
It's
I
super
wanna-
nice. Wow.
Yeah, that does look like an incredible weapon. Yeah.
Crazy
Brand
thing.
new paint job on it as well.
Oh, it does look fresh.
Love it. Right,
Ergon
next up
grips.
we have got
Oh,
Fat Two. Yeah.
I like it.
Corey's fat bike.
Yeah.
This
Look where it
in
is, though.
Utah. In the snow. So where it
Super
belongs.
nice. Fat bike in the snow, you gotta say super
Very
nice.
good, yeah. Outstanding Saturday morning ride. I bet.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Cold one.
Lovely. Oh, look at that.
Look
Classic.
at that.
You could literally put Kurt Voorhees on top of that and it
And
wouldn't
you'd
look
through it.
it wouldn't look out of place.
No.
Yeah, Stevens, I don't know, 2000 Specialized. Maybe not Kurt Voorhees on the 2000. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's in Dolby Forest in the UK.
Oh, that's the UK guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's a tall dude, Stephen.
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
3x.
It's weird, isn't it? Bike looks so small.
Is there any
So short.
6-inch? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Doddy
Nice.
would want to give that super nice.
He
Should we
would.
give it super nice for Doddy?
For Doddy, yeah, super nice. Super nice for Doddy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Splat for the plus bike.
He went in there.
That is Peter's Martyn Pine Mountain.
Nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
There's nothing bad to say about that.
No,
it's
yeah.
nice.
I bet he's got muddy feet. Oh!
Hang on a minute.
Hang on, we've seen
This
this
is
in Hacks and
deflated
Budgets.
Surly. We saw that in Hacks and Budget. I tell you what, it's worth seeing it.
That's super nice. Look at that lefty. Look how
I'm glad.
big it is.
I'm glad we've seen it again.
Yeah?
Give it a super.
Super nice.
Because he didn't win the money.
And he didn't win the money.
Didn't win the money, so he does get a super nice.
That is flipping.
Love it.
Oh my gosh.
Now that looks like the sort of bike you needed out in Snowdonia.
Yeah, and
at
those
that.
gloves. Them gloves.
Ryan's Trek Farley 9.6 with studded narwhals.
Narwhal.
Yes. 12-year-old Pele's Trek Farley kit. 12-year-old?
What?
That's a 12-year-old's bike. A 12-year-old couldn't push that bike along.
Is he allowed on that?
12-year-olds are like that big.
Is he allowed on that cold?
It's tough.
That's
Give him a super nice.
Yeah. Super nice.
Play.
What's going on with the fatties everywhere?
Man, we're going to get murdered if we keep giving super nices to fatties.
What fatty?
This is Crystal's Fatty, SE Bikes Fatty in South Dakota. It's nice. We can't give out another super nice blade for a
The
fat
colour
bike.
goes with it.
I love SE Bikes as well. The Flugel Flyer, amazing. PK Ripper, hit it.
Super nice.
Super nice. Douglas's Martyn Pine Mountain, St. Louis. He's got bar ends. I think I've seen this bike before. This might have been in last week's show.
Really?
He sent it in again.
How the hell did he get
Sent it
in?
in again.
Nice.
That might be my fault. Moving on. Oh, dirt
No,
jump
it's a
bike.
Specialised
This is
P1.
Specialised P1.
No, it's a Scott Voltage. Sorry.
it? Scott Voltage?
It does look like the old
God, you
colours.
ain't dirt jumped for ages, have you?
I know, see, yeah.
Oh, man.
I like it. We don't
Shame
get...
when someone loses it, isn't it? Shame when someone loses it.
That's super nice. We don't
And
get
we
to see...
are
Oh, we're right. We're ended on a super...
Wow, that was brilliant. That was a good bike vault. I'm sorry about that extra one there. Oh, it's
Well,
bad
this-
news. Bad news. Yeah. Right. Keeping going with the show. Actually, before I carry on, right, I just want to say, like, the bike vault is one of my. I love looking at the bikes in the bike vault, right? We get tons of them, but you've got every chance of being featured in next week's show. So if you send your bike into our uploader, then it could be you getting a super nice, hearing the bell ring for your beauty in the garage. Oh my God, it'll just be like making your life.
It's like Christmas again.
All over again. You'll feel fat and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, one thing I want to talk about is the GMBN shop.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is your chance to get in there at this point of the year, start your year off with a bang, and why don't you get one of our best-selling race tops?
Oh, and I use them all the time.
Yeah, I like those orange and blue ones you're wearing earlier. They're nice. Yeah, I like them on that. You can get one of those, or of course you could get one of our hoodies. One of our favourite
Keeping
hoodies.
more-
I did have one on earlier on, but
I
it's
took
boiling
mine off.
here. So yeah, so why don't you head over to the GMBN shop and you might be able to find yourself something great like a hat or whatever. You get the message. Support us. Be one of the crew. Okay, thank you for watching the Dirt Shed Show this week. It's great to have you back.
So
Vince.
good to be back.
Good stuff to have you back. I really enjoyed it. You had fun.
I
Nice
loved
to be
it.
back on the
Yes.
show? Yeah,
Good
we
to be
had
out on the trail with you.
it was a good laugh. Wasn't
I
it?
liked
good
it.
laugh. Yeah, and we were also practicing something else, a little bit
We
sneaky
are,
while we were
but
there. Yeah,
it's-
but keep that quiet. Keep that quiet. Yeah. Now, I tell you what, I'm going to throw you to another video once you've watched this. Why don't you click just here, right, where you can see over on GCN Dan Lloyd getting into his 10-week training plan. He's trying to get back to see how fit he can get in 10 weeks because he feels like he's lost some of his roadie fitness. Right, and it's pretty inspiring. I watched this video and I really, really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see how fit he gets because I think it's going to be pretty impressive. So why don't you go and check that out if you're thinking of doing something different? Pretty cool.
But if you want to see Neil and I challenging it out, click over here.
Yeah, and hit the old globe to subscribe like we said, and make sure you give us a thumbs up like before you go, and we'll see you next week on the Dirt Shed Show.